Woo! Yeah! It's UEFA Champions League, baby. Back up in the house with another live stream. It's all about the UEFA Champions League, baby. Champions League round of 16 first leg matches for the first week are over. And we'll have matches next week again. So it's set up really nice. What's up, Parish Vias? Dominic Rich back up in the house with another late night live stream. Guys, this is the only time I could have live streamed. I wanted to do it a bit earlier, but did not have... Let's say I didn't have the time, or I was kind of tired. But we're going to get this thing on the road anyway. You put it. Thanks for those who are catching the replay. Really appreciate it. I want to try my best for this stream to have very good replay value. So I really appreciate those of you guys up in here right now. Gaza World says up, bro. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining the live stream. I know it's late, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get this done. Got to talk about these Champions League round of 16 matches that are already done. So we're going to talk about the Champions League here. So let me get Champions League up in here. And we're going to talk about all 4 matches completed so far. Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Dortmund, PSG, Atalanta, Valencia, and Tottenham Hotspur, RB Leipzig. So we are just going to get straight into this right now. Not going to really wait until the stream gets populated because that might take some time. But for those of you guys who are up in here right now, I really appreciate you taking your time to join the live stream. Really appreciate it. It's been a busy day for me. Got a few videos up and, just been doing my thing. Enjoying my day off from work. Gaza World says, I'm from Jamaica. Love your live stream. Thanks, man. I know you're from Jamaica by the name alone. Gaza World, I could tell. I just watched your video on Neon Babble. It's so funny. Thank you very much. I'm very happy you enjoyed it. I'm very happy that you enjoyed it. So we're going to get this thing on the road. Not a lot of people in the live stream right now, but I'm hoping more people will join as I go along. So let us talk about the Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, and the Dortmund PSG first, since I actually spoke about those games already. So by the time more people come in the stream, I'll talk about the games that I am yet to talk about. Hussein Abdi says, hey, NYC. What's up, man? We're both from NYC. Appreciate you joining the stream, man. So let's talk about the Liverpool Atletico Madrid match. Let's talk about that. Let's go through some stats, some insights, and all of that, and just briefly chat about this. Hussein Abdi says the tie is not over yet. Listen, I know the tie isn't over yet. I never said the tie was over. I definitely never said the tie was over. And it'll be stupid to think that the tie is over. What's up, Brian, man? Welcome back to the stream. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. The tie is definitely not over. Anyone who thinks the tie is over is really stupid. A lot of people think that I think the tie is over because of the way I titled the video the other day. But sometimes you have to mess with people's emotions a bit, you know what I'm saying? Liverpool knocked out the Champions League. Come on, guys. There's a question mark at the end of the thing. They could well be knocked out of the Champions League, but it's only halfway through. So I never said that they are definitely knocked out. But Atletico Madrid won, Liverpool 0. Saul Niguez with the 4th minute goal. Scrappy goal, but still, it's a goal. It counted. Liverpool failed to deal with that ball properly. And I think it's because of the headers attempted by Stefan Savic and the Liverpool player, and it missed both of them. Fell nicely to Fabinho, who was obviously wasn't expecting the ball to fall nicely to him and hit his leg, ricocheted around, and Saul first to it, put it in. So Liverpool, they fell asleep. Let's just say that. Lapse of concentration. And basically the Liverpool, I watched a interview with Van Dijk and Robertson, and they basically said it was a lucky goal. They said it was a lucky goal. But come on, you make your own luck, right? Good delivery in by Koke, and the ball fell nicely to Saul. Liverpool, they've been scoring a lot of lucky goals, so I don't think it's fair to say that it's a lucky goal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And to be honest, look. I might have a different outlook on things than a lot of you guys, but I don't really like the way Liverpool dealt with the loss and all the excuses they have been making and all of that. You went to Spain and you lost. You did it last year. You did it again this year. It's that simple. Now you have to respond at Anfield. And I do believe Liverpool can do it. I do believe Liverpool can turn the tie around and defeat Atletico Madrid at Anfield. And we are going to get into that pretty soon. But 1-0. If we take a look at the stats, guys, 8 shots at goal for Liverpool, none on target. This is not the Liverpool team we see week in and week out. And if you guys don't know, I watch every single Liverpool match. I watch all the games. I've been following this team very, very, very closely. And I know some people might be saying, oh, you're a City fan and why are you watching all the Liverpool? I'm a football fan, first of all. This is a football channel. I talk general football on the channel. It's not a Manchester City exclusive channel. So I could watch and talk about whatever I want. I don't like to limit myself to one thing. So that's why I run the channel that way. I don't want to, I don't know. That's not how I want to do things. But 73% possession, 726 passes, 85% pass accuracy, 13 fouls, 2 yellow cards, and 7 corners, 1 offside. Liverpool had the opportunities. They had the chances, but Atletico Madrid was so compact. They were so compact. So Brian is saying, I agree for all the mentality monsters thing. The mentality was bad from Liverpool. Definitely. Duckall is saying, soon Anfield will become an overused term. It shouldn't be spammed too much and say this is this and that because you'll eventually lose some time. I do agree. Everyone is saying, oh, wait until you get to Anfield. Even the players are saying that. Wait until you get to Anfield, But what if when you get to Anfield, Atletico Madrid comes with a game plan and they win the tie? It could happen. Right now, we have to weigh both options. Liverpool are still in this tie. Don't get me wrong. They're still in this tie. And they could well still be favorites because of their record at Anfield and from what they did last season against Barcelona. So you can't write them off. And the same thing happened last year. Well, I predicted Liverpool to defeat Barcelona. The first video I made, the first prediction video, I said Liverpool will defeat Barcelona. After they went to Barcelona and got smashed 3-0, I made a U-turn and I said, no way they're going to turn that thing around. 3-0? Like, you're kidding me? Norway goals? They did. So, come on. It will be hard to write off Liverpool now. It's definitely going to be hard to write off Liverpool right about now. And thanks for everyone who joined the live stream. Really, really appreciate it. It's going to be tough to write off Liverpool, man. But Atletico Madrid, they defended well. 7 shots at goal, 2 on target, 1 in the back of the net. Morata with one of those shots on target, I think. Well saved by Alisson. It could have well been 2 or 3-0. Atletico Madrid could have scored more. Morata did get another brilliant chance just on the edge of the box and he scuffed it. So think about if there was a better striker? What if Diego Costa was in the team and he was firing? He did come off the bench, but what if he started and he was in full, he was fully fit? It could have been a different tie. But I know the Liverpool fans would still say, whether 3-0 down, 2-0 down, 1-0 down, you got to come to Anfield. You definitely got to come to Anfield. And look, you can't fault them. You can't fault them. After what they did last year, they have to believe anything is possible. Definitely have to believe anything is possible. So, great defending by Simeone and his boys, man. 2 banks of 4 behind the ball. Oh my God. It was difficult to pass. So I'm there watching. I'm there watching the game and I'm seeing how they just line up so perfectly in line. The 4 at the back and then above them 4 more. It's hard to pass. It's hard to pass. Whenever Liverpool tried to play the ball down on the wings, they just doubled up on the players. It was so hard to get through Atletico Madrid's defense. So, yeah, good win. Good win at the Wanda Metropolitano, the stadium where Liverpool won the Champions League title, defeating Tottenham last season. So, it's a huge win. It is a huge win, and I think they deserve the win. They deserve the win because Liverpool were just simply not themselves on the day. And some people are saying it could be the fact that they're coming back from winter break and they're saying Atletico Madrid, mind games, falling down too easily. And we have now saw that Spanish teams could be guilty of that. Look at what Getafe did versus Ajax. I didn't watch the game, but I saw that thing. I was scrolling down my Instagram and I was like, yo, I got to talk about this. I got to make a video on this, and I dropped a video on it and it's doing okay. It's doing okay. And it was funny. It's meant to be a funny, sarcastic type video. It's nothing for you people to look too much into. I know a lot of people will, but it is what it is. Do you know Carrasco is back with Atletico Madrid? Yes, I'm aware Carrasco is back. He was actually on the bench. If you take a look at the lineup here, Hermoso, defender there, center back, unused. Carrasco, unused. Vitolo Costa, Llorente coming off the bench. Maria Jimenez, Jose Maria Jimenez, unused, and the backup keeper, Adan. If you look at their lineup right now, Oblak, Vasalico, Savage, Felipe, Lodi, Koke, Saul, Thomas, Lemar. Lemar had a poor game. He has been poor this season. And maybe the game could have gotten better for him. But Diego Simeone had to do the right thing and take him off and bolster up the middle of the field with Marcos Llorente, and it worked. It definitely worked. Up top, Morata, Angel Correa. These guys were even helping out a lot in defense, so they defended well. My thing is, was Klopp right to take off Sadio Mane when he did? Was he right to take off Sadio Mane when he did? I want to hear what you guys think right now watching this. Was he right to take off Sadio Mane when he did? Should he have left on Sadio Mane despite him thinking that he might have gotten a second yellow and got sent off? I don't think Sadio Mane would have got sent off in the second half. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. I think the foul on, I think it was Vasalico, that was kind of soft too, and I don't think he deserved the yellow card for that. I doubt that the elbow was intentional. But it is what it is. Klopp did what he had to do, and it didn't work because Origi didn't look too good, to be honest. To be completely fair, he didn't look at his best. And we know what Origi could do, but he wasn't at his best. Mo Salah had a few chances, did not dispatch him. Firmino, very, very busy, but these guys, Firmino had to go back deep to get the ball to come forward. And, it just wasn't. It was Liverpool's, their whole flow, their whole strategy was just disrupted by Atletico Madrid's rigidness and their defensive prowess. It was just hard to break down, and this team is very difficult to beat at home. But we all know on the road they could be very fragile. We all know that. We all know that. We all know what happened last season in the Champions League. We all know that, and it could repeat again. Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Henderson didn't have the best of games either. Alexander-Arnold, his deliveries weren't up to par. Gomez had a solid game. Van Dijk had an off day. Robertson, he had a solid game. So did Alisson. So if you take a look at the insights here, guys, over here, insights right here, says since the start of the season, Liverpool have lost 6 of their 10 away games in the Champions League. Let me go back. Since the start of last season, Liverpool have lost 6 of their 10 away games in the Champions League, winning 4. No side has lost more away from home in the Champions League in this time, level with Red Star Belgrade. So you see how bad Liverpool has been on the road. And this is what the Liverpool fans need to start saying. We have been bad on the road. We don't know how to play on the road in the Champions League. Outside of England, we don't travel too well. Maybe they would argue that in the 4 games that they have won on the road, they were good. But 6 is a greater number than 4, and you need to focus on 6 in order to better the lesser number. So focus on your weaknesses. So Jonathan O'Valley is saying 1-1 at Anfield. Mark my words, Rich. Look, it's gonna be it's a difficult second leg to predict. It's a difficult second leg to predict, and anything you predict, you're gonna get some kind of backlash for it. If you predict an Atletico Madrid win, people are gonna say, "Oh, you know, you're hating on Liverpool. You want them to lose. You want them to this. You want." Right about now, I'm going to let you guys, it's going to be hard to predict against Liverpool. To be honest, it's going to be hard to predict against them because of what they did last season. It's going to be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to predict against them. So I'll be thinking long and hard about my second leg predictions. I made first leg predictions. I only probably got one right. Only the Atalanta one I got right. All the others I got wrong. And it's fine. That means that we had good matches. We had good first legs. If it was unpredictable and I couldn't get them right, it means that, like, wow, I got surprised. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you have to look at it that way. So, take a look at the second insight here, guys. If you could read this. Atletico Madrid remain unbeaten in 13 home games in the Champions League knockout stages under Diego Simeone. 9 wins, 4 draws, keeping 11 clean sheets across those matches. That's amazing. They kept a clean sheet, prevented Liverpool from getting that valuable away goal, and they go into the second leg very confident that they could pull it off. But over the next 3 weeks, they would have to do a lot of homework. They would have to do a lot of homework. It's going to be a very, very difficult task to pick up a draw at Anfield or even pick up a win. It could happen, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. Napoli did it. They have to go and watch that game. They have to watch both the Napoli matches and see where they could exploit Liverpool again. Third insight, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has failed to win all 7 of his away games against Spanish clubs in the Champions League, drawing 3, losing 4, including 3 with Liverpool drawing 1 and losing 2. So this has been a pattern. But I'm pretty sure if they had insights about them playing at Anfield, it would actually be the other way around. It would be the opposite. But congrats to Atletico Madrid. Let's just take a look at the chat right now. Noel Willis said, Dom, the early goal changes everything. If you have a team that's okay with sitting back and defending. Yes, and Atletico Madrid is surely a team that knows how to sit back and defend well and be compact and even threaten occasionally on the counter-attack. Miles Rod, Blood Red. Totally agreed that we need to do better on the road, but there is always room for improvement. Yes, Oscar G, do you think Man City will win the Champions League? Dom, it's hard to call right about now. We have to get past Real Madrid and then we're going to talk about that. But I think we are fired up to do it. I think we are fired up right now with the whole UEFA ban to just do this. And I know a lot of you guys have your opinions and you have your judgments on Manchester City and the fans or whatever you think. But just so you know, it's fine. It is fine. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone is entitled to that. I can't be mad at you for feeling how you feel. But just don't get too, you know what I'm saying, personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fans are not responsible for this. Some people are taking this way too serious. They're going way too overboard with this. You know what I mean? A couple of times it's fine, but you know, you come on the channel all the time and you have to talk about, oh, Manchester cheaty and Manchester shitty and all. It's come on. It's stupid. You say it one time, you know, you have a laugh, you know, you take a piss and it's fine, but don't keep coming at, like, it's dumb if you ask me. But let's move on. Let's read some more comments here. Eric Midgard. Rodri is not better than Fabinho. Come on. Fernandinho is understand, but Rodri is a very, very good defender. I don't know what... listen, man. Listen. That's a debate. That is a debate for another time. But Fabinho has been very subpar since he came back from injury. In 2020, Fabinho has not been good. He has not been good. Definitely haven't been good. Jal Saleh says, hi there, Dom. I'm watching from Almaty, Kazakhstan, 10:57 p.m. What's up, man? Is it 10:57 p.m. Friday? Or is it still Thursday in Kazakhstan? Let me know. Is it Thursday in Kazakhstan? It has to be Friday in Kazakhstan. Is it Friday in Kazakhstan? But, wow. I have viewers in Kazakhstan right now. That's big. That's huge. That is huge. But we will actually move on right now and we'll get back to the Liverpool Atletico Madrid another time where we would actually look at their form, their records in second leg matches and all of that. We'll go a bit deeper another time where the live stream could be a bit longer. But as usual, we're going to break it up in two parts. So when we come back for March to talk about this, we are going to break it up a little bit more. So it's actually Friday, 10:58 p.m. Friday in Kazakhstan. That is simply ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. Dominic Obio Kiki says, I bet if Naby Keita and Mane will not be on top form to break Atletico Madrid in Anfield, Liverpool will not qualify. Well, I don't... Look. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a tough match for both teams. Well, Atletico Madrid go in with the advantage. Liverpool can't allow Atletico Madrid to score. They allow Atletico Madrid to score and it could be a wrap. It's 1 p.m. in Perth, Western Australia. What's up, Miles Rod Blood Red? What's up? Friday. It's actually it just turned Friday in New York City. I really appreciate all of you guys who are up in here right about now, man. Really, really appreciate it. Wherever you are in the world right now, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button on the live stream. So we're gonna just go over. There's a lot of things we could talk about in the stream, but maybe we'll get back. But I want to just run through all the ties, the first leg ties. I want to just run through all of them before I start going off tangent. Dortmund PSG. Let me drink some water. Look at the boy Haaland, man. The Haaland has been on fire. Duckall, where you living right? Where you from? 3 a.m. where? So Dortmund 2, PSG 1. I predicted PSG to win this game. Dortmund really shocked me. So Obio Keke says, my brother, did it snow in New York? Please go to sleep. It didn't actually snow. No snow. It's been a mild winter. Very, very mild winter. If I'm not reading your comments right now, sorry, I can't see all the comments. I can't really see every single comment here. But Dortmund 2, PSG 1. The first half was was okay. I watched both games, the Liverpool Atleti and the Dortmund PSG at the same time. I was actually more focused on the Liverpool Atletico Madrid, to be honest, because that's, I talk about Liverpool way more than I talk about the PSG and the Borussia Dortmund. So I had to focus on that more. But like if something happened, I would look down on the screen, or if there's a pause and play, I would watch that a little. It's not easy to do. So Yusuf says unbiased, and Mohammed Emran said love your unbiased content. The content is unbiased. I don't know why you're saying unbiased. Who am I biased for? I say it exactly how it is. If City is playing BS, if we're playing shit, I say we're playing shit. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we're playing great. I say it how it is. So I don't know how you're saying it's unbiased, Yusuf. Like, come on. Do you even know do you know the definition of unbiased? Do you know the definition of bias? Like, not everything I talk about, it involves my team. So, how is it biased? I don't get you. But anyways, let us move on. There's always someone, like that. Always. So, Kazakhstan snowing negative 30 sometimes, plus 40 is ridiculous. Yeah. Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Russia, all those places over there, very harsh weather. So let's talk about this, man. The first half was 50-50 in my opinion, but Borussia Dortmund threatened a lot more. But in the second half, the game came to life. Haaland, I think that crossing, let me double check. The crossing, from what I saw, it came over from Sancho, the right-hand side. And then it kind of bounced around a bit. Let me see. Oh, no, I was wrong, actually. Dortmund have this lead in the first leg. Hakimi finds Guerrero in the box. His shot is blocked, and the ball pops up nicely to Haaland, who took Yeah, sometimes when you're watching the game on a little phone screen, you don't really see the players' faces that well. And especially if you're watching two games at the same time. But it did look like a Jadon Sancho who, actually crossed that ball in. But Haaland, man, really, really good goal at the right place at the right time. And he dispatched it with his right foot there. And Dortmund leading at home. Second, in quick succession, Neymar equalized. Mbappe with the crossing, with the square ball. Neymar with the tapping. And then before you could blink, Giovanni Reina setting up Erling Haaland for that wonder goal, man. Oh my goodness. You heard how that hit the back of the net? That was nice, man. I was actually watching the games and I took out my phone to make a reaction video to the Neymar goal. And while I was trying to upload the video real quick, I looked down on the phone the thing had stuck. It had stuck. The footage was buffering. And when I got it back, I'm like, no, this can't be for real. And what? That wicked goal? And I was at it again. That was a good goal. And Erling Haaland is just basically proving all his doubters wrong. So Michael Olapido, man, what's up, man? Michael Olapido up in the house. He says Sancho released Hakimi down the flanks, then he crossed it. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. I know. Let me see what's going on here. Let me read this chat a bit. Let me see who's okay. Let me see what's going on here. I know Yusuf. Okay, let me see. He's a medical doctor. I think he knows what bias means. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me read a bit of these comments if I get back to the Dortmund PSG thing. Shahid Mansour. I would rather see Liverpool have advantage because of Anfield effect. Even if Madrid score, Liverpool could score 3 back, but I don't think Atletico Madrid would score any goal. Well, we shall see. Dakar said, this game can go anywhere. I believe this game will be a blockbuster game and will contain drama if Neymar doesn't magically play. Well, the second leg is going to be really interesting, man. It's going to be interesting in the second leg, but it could go anyway because PSG has that away goal. Dortmund has 2, and we know how Dortmund could be. They could be absent in the second leg. They could definitely be absent in the second leg. So we have a $2 super chat from Obi Okeke. Thank you very much, Obi. Really, really appreciate it, man. Or is this a super sticker, a super chat? Yeah, it's a super chat. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, man. Everyone like the stream just cause. Thank you very much. Smash the thumbs up button for this live stream, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. We're going to be doing this all year. You guys realize I just streamed like 3 times within the last week. It's because I finally got my stream set up properly and everything is flowing nice. No sticking, no buffering, no delays, nothing. I went and took the money that I make from YouTube and I bought a expensive ass computer. Well, it's not expensive to some people. But I paid over $1,000 for this whole computer setup, the monitor and the tower and the desk and everything. And I paid money for it. And now I'm using it. My webcam that I bought a long time ago. And I'm finally getting to use everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just reinvesting in the channel. All the time. Reinvesting. Just trying to make things a little bit more, easier. When you invest, things become easier, you know what I mean? Things become more like fluid. And that's basically what I do with the money. I put it back in the channel. So, continue reading comments. I'm going to take some time to read the comments today because you guys are saying you guys say a lot of good stuff and there's, some BS in the comments as well. So I have to okay, let me see what's going on here. All right. Mohammed said Neymar should just quit PSG and play for Barcelona. I do think Neymar should go back to Barcelona. I really think Neymar should go back to Barcelona. What Neymar needs to do, Neymar needs to hit the gym hard and get a bit fitter. Strengthen his body, go back to Barcelona, and he's such a good player. But I don't think his attitude is right. And that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. Did I buy Intel or AMD? To be honest, let me see. Let me look at the side of the box here and see what I I can't remember. I can't remember. But Just know, I checked the specs. I made sure everything was good, and it's a really, really good computer. It's a gaming computer. Max says there's no fun without BS. Yes, definitely no fun without BS. You know what I'm saying? As much as I try to keep things clean and positive, oh man, the negativity, the toxic comments, they just keep coming in. And that's a good sign too. That's a good sign that you're being noticed. That's a good sign that you're being noticed. You know what I mean? So let me get back to this right here. PSG, Dortmund. Basically, let's just say shocking PSG because most of us expected PSG to win this game. I did. But the business that Dortmund did, bringing in Erling Haaland from our Red Bull Salzburg, it was genius. And the fact that Erling Haaland chose to go to Dortmund and not United, that in itself could prove to be genius as well. Because he has now basically catapulted himself into the realms of stardom. If you didn't believe he was a star before, he is now a shining star. He's now a shining star. Like scoring so many goals in the Champions League for Salzburg and now for Dortmund. This is his Champions League debut for Dortmund. And I'm happy that UEFA went and changed the laws that a player could play, even if he played for another club during the group phase, he could now, if he moved to a different club, he can also play in the knockouts, and Dortmund is they're benefiting from this. But it was a really good clash. Really, really good clash. Guys, I spoke about this match already. I won't talk too much about it. But if we check the stats here, pretty even. 12 shots, 3 on target. 10 shots, 3 on target. 50 possession, 50-50. 50-50. Passes similar. Everything's similar. Everything's similar. The game was a 50-50 game up until Haaland went berserk and started putting them in for fun. But those were some good goals. Those are some good goals. All 3 goals were good, but PSG, they just couldn't reply, man. They just couldn't reply with Di Maria, Mbappe, Neymar, and all these guys up top. And you have to question Thomas Tuchel's tactics to coming up against his old team, because if you check the lineups, check the look at that. One single sub used. Why? I could understand you have Neymar on the field. You have Mbappe. You have Di Maria. You have the firepower. I could understand that. But why not throw on a Cavani? Why not throw on Icardi? There's Draxler. Put him on. Put him on to bag another away goal. Put him on to level things up. So you have to question that. You have to question his tactics there. And if he gets knocked out of the Champions League, then even if he win League on, they could look to sack him. They could definitely look to sack him. You know what I mean? Jan Nielsen, Dominic, do you think Man City will win the Champions League? Right about now, no, but if we get past Real Madrid, then we could talk. Vinsanity is up in here, man. What's up, Vinsanity? Hey, Dom. And it's crazy that Vinsanity actually joined the live stream, because I was actually talking to Vinsanity on Twitter about buying this same computer, and I was trying to pick his brain to find out, like which direction to take. So thank you very much, Vinsanity, for putting up with my questions and stuff. I did get the gaming computer, and I didn't get it to play games, but I got it to live stream because I know the CPU usage would be, it would be good. Like I don't need to get into computer talk right now. I'm not a computer. I'm not a geek when it comes to computer. So I don't need to get into that, but I did my research. I definitely did my research on that. Definitely did so. But guys, okay, let me read a few more comments here. Max says, of course he does. I'm not a City fan, but I think they've got a good chance. Duckall says, remember when Haaland scored 8 or 9 goals? Haaland has been on fire all season. Even when he was at Red Bull Salzburg before, I was like, who is this guy? Because what happened when Munas de Boer left and went to Sevilla, it then give way to Erling Haaland to shine. I don't know if a lot of you guys realize that. If De Boer was still at Red Bull Salzburg, maybe, who knows what would have happened to Erling Haaland. Maybe he would have been shipped off to another club on loan or whatever, and we would have never seen this player. But he started to score a whole lot of goals in the Austrian league, and then they did so well in the group phase. They did really well in the group phase, and they were very, very unlucky not to go through. Very, very unlucky not to go through to the round of 16. And they sold Minamino, sold Erling Haaland, and when I checked the Europa League scores today, they did lose 4-1 against Eintracht Frankfurt. So there goes the firepower in the team. But Salzburg is a team that would catch fire again. They would definitely catch fire again. But let's take a look at the lineups here, guys. Let's take a brief look at the lineups. Berkey was pretty solid in goal. Piszczek, Hummels, Zagadou did the business at the back. Guerrero and Hakimi busy down the flanks. Emre Can and Witsel very, very solid in the middle. Sancho, Haaland, Hazard was also good up top. And Sancho has been a beast this season. Haaland, oh man, going down in folklore already. PSG, Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria. Look at that. But guys, when you really think about it, was this the right lineup? Was this the right lineup? Could we have seen an Mbappe over at the right, Di Maria on the bench, and maybe Icardi up top? Maybe that would have been the better formation, the better lineup. That would have been the, who knows? Who knows? Or maybe play like a Kera. Maybe play Kera. Seeing that he's German. Who knows? Maybe give Draxler a game, seeing that he's German. But that's not the way they think. That's not the way they think, you know, and who knows? Maybe that's why they lost the game. But Kimpembe, Silva, Marquinhos. I was looking at this lineup and I'm like, this is going to be a tough defense to breach. But with Idrissa Gueye and Verratti in the middle, I was like, this is going to be tough to breach. But with Haaland in there, man, seems like any defense is breachable. Seems so. So we have new people up in here. Kipas Lesancha, man. What up? What up? Damn, why are you so obsessed with Liverpool getting knocked out? Because you know that when we get you guys in the Champions League, we will knock you out and we are soon winning the Premier League. Listen, I'm not obsessed with Liverpool getting knocked out. Like, who said that? Who said that? Like, come on. If Liverpool... Okay, let's be all honest here. If Liverpool get knocked out of the Champions League, that won't be good for me. How would that be good for me? That definitely won't be good for me. A lot of you guys on my channel are Liverpool fans. You watch the videos do well. The channel in turn does well. If Liverpool gets knocked out, how is that good for me? Why would I want that? Tell me why. You tell me why. Why would I be here? I'm not rooting for Atletico Madrid. You see how many Atletico Madrid fans you see on here? There's a few. I've seen a few of them comment. But what is that going to do for me? What is Spanish football doing well going to do for my channel? Tell me. The better English clubs do, the better my channel does. It's that simple, because I don't really talk about La Liga like that. So why would I want Liverpool to lose? What CPU is in your PC? I'll tell you if you chose wisely. Trust me, I chose wisely, man. Believe me. This computer runs smooth as ever. When I tell you smooth as ever, no freezing, nothing, it's good. This computer is good. Believe me. Trust me. I can't really tinker up with the things right now, but it's good. It's good. It is good. As I said, I'm not a computer expert, so I really can't get into the details with you right about now. But what we're going to do, we're going to go and we're going to take a look at the... let's just take a look at the insights before we move on. And remember, guys, this is a review of the matches, and this is not really a prediction of the second legs. I'll get back with another video and we will get all into that. We will get into the nitty-gritty of all of that. This is not a prediction for the second leg, but it's nice seeing Giovanni Reina, young American, son of Claudio Reina, coming through. Christian Pulisic came through the ranks at Borussia Dortmund, and now Reina. The future is looking bright for USA, man. Sergino Dest, Christian Pulisic, Reina, Weston McKennie. You have the likes of Zach Steffen. And I won't go on because I'm not sure about the others. But think about if guys like Timothy Weah is fit. Like Timothy Weah has been going through some injury problems, but let's say in 2022 he's fit and strong. USA could have a formidable team going into the World Cup. They could have a good team going into the World Cup. But as for insights, Borussia Dortmund have progressed from each of their previous 4 Champions League knockout ties when winning the first leg. versus Auxerre and Man United in 96-97, Real Madrid in 2012-13, and Zenit St. Petersburg in 13-14. So, guys, it's pointing towards Borussia Dortmund. And it will be very hard to predict against them in the second leg. Remember what happened to PSG last year? Man United knocked them out. So if Man United is knocking them out, you tell Borussia Dortmund could do the business in the second leg for sure. Definitely. Paris Saint-Germain have only won 2 of their last 9 away games in the Champions League knockout stages, drawing 1, losing 6, suffering defeats in 4 of the last 5. And there you go. There you go. PSG conceded as many goals in this game as they did in the group stage of this season's Champions League. 2 in 6 games, and they conceded twice in the knockout stage. It seems as if they get the jitters when they're in the knockouts. It seems that's what happening to PSG. It seems that's what's going on. They just have a mental block when they get to the knockouts. They just get a mental block. You know what I mean? It's similar to like, you know, you dating a girl for some time, and then when time comes, you get a mental block. But anyways, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments before I move on to the next 2 matches. Let us see what you guys are saying. Oh, Mohamed Emran says Diego Simeone has never lost a Champions League knockout round unless Cristiano plays for the opposition team. Liverpool now have to make a history. Very good point. Very good point. We'll have to take a deep dive into that next time around. Next time we're going to go back in time. We're going to look at the ties. We're going to look at the previous seasons. We're going to go back to Transfermarkt and check back the previous seasons because they're there, and we're going to have some fun with that. So I don't want to do that right about now. Taco says Liverpool getting knocked out paves the way for City. Well, I don't want our success to depend on the failure of another club. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this by ourselves, not depending on Liverpool's failure. And that's, you know what I mean? And Duckall says, and Klopp never lost it two legs in a row. Well, that is also true. That is also true. History is kind of on Liverpool's side right now. It's going to be hard to predict against them. And when I make my video and I predict against them, I'm going to get peppered. That's just a joke, guys. That is just a joke. That's just a joke. I don't know who I'm going to predict to go through yet. Don't know. So, 74 possession, no shots on target. Yep. They held the ball more and couldn't get a shot on target. Klopp has never lost a second leg UCL tie with Liverpool. Look, man. Look. It's on. Let's just say it's on. It's set up very, very nicely. The stage is set for something big to happen. It is set up big for something big to happen. Giles Salis said, Dom, can you bring your collaboration with Football Pharaoh? Well, I've been planning to do that for some time, but because of logistics, Football Pharaoh lives in another state. Even though it's New Jersey and it's like right over the water there, still, I have a family and all. I have full-time job. I do this. I do other things. I have kids. I really don't, have the time to wiggle around like that. Oski G, thank you, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. I know it's late, but I just had to do this. I had to do this. If I didn't do this today, I had to do it at a later date, but I had to do this. I had to come and talk. About these fixtures. Had to. Let us move on to the next ones. And these were some interesting ones. So let us start with this one first. The Tottenham Leipzig one. I actually watched this game. I watched it while I was watching Manchester City West Ham, because that's my team. That's my team, dedicated fan, and I had to watch the match despite me being invested in the Champions League as well. I had two phones and I had them in my hand like this, walking home from work. While I'm at work, walking home from work, on the bus to my car, and I'm watching the two games, walking to the parking lot, and I'm watching both games. I was surprised they were actually showing pretty good because I was actually tethering the internet from one phone to the other, and the footage was clean. I was like, sweet, I'm actually getting to watch both games. And I was mostly watching it. I was listening to the City game and then just watching the Tottenham game, and Leipzig had him, man. Leipzig had them. Angelino with a almost scored early, and then what's his name? Former PSV guy, Bergwijn. He had a good shot saved by Gulaschi. Gulaschi's a good keeper, man. Gulaschi improved a lot. And that was Tottenham's best chance in the second half. In the first half. Early in the first half. What am I saying? But Red Bull Salzburg, Leipzig, they were creating a lot of chances, man. And they had Tottenham pinned down. But Tottenham, man, to be fair to them, no Harry Kane, no Heung-min Son. Son breaking his arm. Let's just say he fractured his arm in that exciting game against Aston Villa. And he injured his arm in the first minute and played the entire match and won the match for Tottenham. That was a big performance by Heung-min Son, and they needed him. They needed him in that game. And I don't know what to say. Tottenham, they came up short. They were light. Man. 1-0. 1-0 loss to RB Leipzig with that away goal. But it's not over. Timo Werner with the 58-minute penalty. That was a dumb challenge by Ben Davies, man. It could have been a worse defeat. But Hugo Lloris pulled off a few big saves and kept them in the tie, basically. Dele Alli throwing that tantrum. I was thinking about making a video about the whole Dele Alli tantrum, Guys, I'm going to be getting into more, videos using my green screen and all. I was just planning to just get random things and just flinging them all over the place and just smashing them on the ground and just, show a bit of the Dele Alli clip real quick and then... But maybe I won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time. But a lot of Tottenham's players have been acting up when they've been substituted, man. The other day I saw Jan Vertonghen got subbed off and he was dazed out. He was just there like... It was like he had gone into... a state of shock. He was just reflecting on his whole Tottenham career. So, Mourinho has definitely done a good job in the Premier League. In the Champions League, since he came in, I think he got beaten by Bayern Munich, and they beat Olympiacos in a comeback match or something I can't quite remember. But he came up short, man, against Leipzig. Julian Nagelsmann did the business. Leipzig were all over Tottenham Hotspur, and they got the win. Nazim says Ali's tantrum shows he has no respect for the hierarchy. Dele Alli is a spoiled brat. You saw what happened with the whole coronavirus thing, and, I didn't talk about that either, but, I don't really talk about everything because sometimes people could, when you, I don't talk about everything. Some things don't really touch me that much to really share and talk about it, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Who will win the Tyson Fury versus Wilder fight? I don't really watch boxing, so I don't know. So Kipas Le Sanchez says, Kipas, that's a nice name, man. Let me just say that to you one time. Le Sancha, that's a nice name. You got a nice name, and I don't know if anyone ever told you that, but that's a nice name. Dortmund are poor on defense. PSG can easily get 2 to 3 goals at home with the likes of Neymar, Mbappe. Di Maria, Cavani. So tell me why they didn't get 2 to 3 goals against the same Dortmund team with the same poor defense that you're talking about. Tell me why. Explain. I'm waiting. I'm listening. Tell me why. Both PSG and Borussia Dortmund plays a similar style of football. Expansive and very open at the back. There's no secret. Look at PSG's last few games. Like PSG just drew a game to what? Amiens 4-4. 4-4. And we know we don't need to get too much into this. We know this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I would watch a podcast because you're my favorite YouTuber. You talking to me? Can't be. Talking to me? But I'm not ready for the whole podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take things in steps, man. Gotta take things in steps. But let's talk more about this game. Let's take a look at the lineups here. Tottenham, Lloris, Aurier, Sanchez, Alderweireld, Davies, who committed the foul for the penalty. And he was gutted because that was definitely preventable. It was preventable. It was just a lapse in concentration. He should not have, it's like he was trying to go to kick the ball and Conrad Lima came in, and then by the time he realized that Lima had got to the ball first, he couldn't do anything. Jetson Fernandez, not so effective. I don't know if he's the man. I don't know if this was a good signing, to be honest. Well, we'll see. I don't know, man. To me, he just runs a lot. He runs around a lot, and he hasn't done anything yet. Giovanni Lo Celso, he's a quality player. Harry Winks had an okay game. Dele Alli, we knew the kind of tantrum he threw. He wasn't that good in the game. Lucas Moura hasn't been good this season at all. Haven't scored enough goals. I don't know if he's still traumatized from not starting the Champions League final last season after scoring a hat-trick in the semifinals. I don't know. But Tottenham, they were poor. They were light. They came up short. Only used 2 subs too. Like, what's going on? Mourinho, what are you doing? Maybe if you played Japhet Tanganga, it would have been something different. Maybe. You didn't play your man Tanganga. He has been your trusted player, and you should have played Tanganga at left back. Ben Davies just coming back from injury. Maybe that was a big risk. So, do you believe Valencia would make a miracle? We'll get to Valencia just now. Do you hear that Memphis Depay could return soon and play versus Juve? Oh my goodness. I didn't see that. I didn't actually see that, but that'll be a good boost for Lyon, maybe come off the bench. That'll be a good boost. Or even the second leg, that'll be a good boost because they need all the firepower they could get to go into that. Patrick Schick, who has been scoring despite not making a lot of appearances this season. I think he made like 12 to 13 appearances and he already had 6 goals. I think he had a shot saved by Lloris too. Timo Werner had a shot saved by Lloris too. Nkunku, busy. Tassende, that's Angelino. That one could trick people, be like, who is Tassende? Marcel Sabitzer, man, one of my favorite players from this club. Conrad Lima was very, very busy. Very, very important player. He is one of Leipzig's key men, has been involved in almost every game this season. Nordi Mukiele, I think he's just coming back from injury, and he was very, very sturdy despite suffering from maybe a bit of cramp during the game. Halstenberg, Klosterman, they were big and they defended well in this game. Ethan Ampadu, who looks super weird with his new haircut. Super weird, man. I'm like, oh my, what is going on? Look at this, guys. Guys, you see this? This is Ethan Ampadu. This is Ampadu. Look at that. How do you go from that? Like, how do you go from that, right? Like, what was Ethan Ampadu thinking with this? What was he thinking with this on his head? And now he looks like a person. He looks like a person now. And not some hippie, some weed head. Look at that. Guys, this is what a transformation, man. What a transformation. So we now have to go back to my thing. And yeah. Ethan Ampadu, he has dreams of coming back to Chelsea, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He look kind of, you know what I'm saying? He look like he needs to do a lot more work if he's going to make that Chelsea grade again. That's just what I think. I don't think he's ready for Chelsea right now. What do you guys think? Advenko is up in here. He said, I didn't know you were streaming. Yeah, man, I chose to talk about the Champions League games. Chose to talk about the Champions League games because I had to talk about them anyway. So I'm like, why not do it now? Why not just do it now and kind of, let's say, get it out the way. Let's just get it out the way, you know what I'm saying? But I need to get back to my thing. I need to get back to Google right now. I'm trying to get back to my Google thingy right now on my thing is kind of giving me some issues right now. So www.google.com. Come on, please work. Seems like this thing kind of not working now. Oh my goodness. That's why I don't like to, meander too much, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? I have to try another website and then go back to Google because what happened is when I leave from Google, which is the source, it's kind of hard to go back. So you see, I go to goal.com and then I'll go back to Google. See, it works. So figured it out. So Champions League. Let's go back and talk about this. Let's just wrap up this thing. And then maybe we could talk about something else. Maybe we could talk about Barcelona signing. There's a video on you. Yes, I did saw the video. I didn't actually watch the video. I put the video to watch later, and I was actually supposed to go back and watch the video, but I didn't. I kind of forgot. So Zaha cut his hair, and now Ethan Ampadu cut his hair. So it's all about shedding the locks, man. It's all about shedding the locks. But good win for Leipzig, man. Good win. Advenko, what do you think about Leipzig's win over Tottenham Hotspur? What do you think about that? And I know you guys are kind of pumped that Timo Werner might be coming to Liverpool. That's a good player to have in your team, man. It's a good player to have in your team. Werner up top, Firmino right behind him, playing as a creative midfielder or secondary striker, and maybe two defensive midfielders in Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. Who knows? Maybe Gini Wijnaldum could be out on his way out for real. Maybe. We need to sign Felipe Anderson or Yarmolenko. I think Felipe Anderson would be the better signing than Yarmolenko to any club. Yarmolenko is very injury prone. I like Felipe Anderson, but maybe he's injured right now too, and he has been quite poor this season. What impact do you think Cavani will play on Felix? What do you mean? Explain yourself, because they don't play. What do you mean Cavani would have on Felix? If Cavani goes to Atletico Madrid, is that what you're talking about? But yeah, Leipzig won, Tottenham 0. Leipzig with the valuable away goal. I don't think this tie is over yet. This one is definitely not over. But Leipzig, they deserve the win. They were all over Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham have to come up with a big response for the second leg. But I think Leipzig, with a pretty good home record, they should be ready for them. They should be ready for them. And we know Tottenham does not travel well at all. We know that. Tottenham does not travel well. It does not. They don't travel well. So let us see. So Mohamed Emran said Werner is an upgrade on Origi. But Origi plays more as a left winger these days, you know. He doesn't play as an out-and-out striker at all. Doesn't play as an out-and-out striker. So let's take a look at the last match, which I think this is the only tie I think is wrapped up. This is the only tie I think is wrapped up. I was actually watching the Man City game, Leipzig, Tottenham game. When Man City went for halftime, I had some time to pay some attention to the Champions League game, and then when they came back, and then the Champions League game went to halftime, and then I got to watch my game, and then when my game was done, I got to watch the two Champions League games at the same time. And when I tuned in, guys, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting to see 4-1. I wasn't expecting to see 4-1, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what? Atalanta had smashed Valencia straight out the park for 6. Atalanta has destroyed Valencia. Ridiculous. And the goals were so good. The goals were so good. Hans Hateboer, 16th minute, good goal. Josip Ilicic, 42nd minute from distance, good goal. Remo Freuler, another one, good. And Hans Hateboer again completing the brace. Denis Cheryshev picking up the consolation goal in the 66th minute. Good away goal. They could, they now have to go home and win the match. 3-0. It will be true. But I don't see that happening at all. With Valencia's record, I don't see that happening. You go over to Valencia, you talk about what record I'm talking about. You go to the standings here. You click La Liga. Bam. Valencia. 6 losses, 8 draws this season. 6 losses, 8 draws this season. You look at their home record. 2-2 against Atletico Madrid. 1-0 against Celta. 2-0 against Barcelona. Oh, pretty solid. But pretty solid. Okay, draw. It'll most likely be a draw. They're pretty good at home, but it'll most likely be a draw. Or they will lose again. But Atalanta, man. Joseph Philly says Atalanta shocked me very much. Jiga Karun is up in here. What's up, man? What's up? I appreciate you joining the live stream. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, guys. Don't forget it. What do you think of Mourinho's comments? Patrick Milner enlightened me. I didn't see the comments that Mourinho made. And the excuse I have, football is it's a lot to cover. It is a lot to cover, and you miss a lot. A lot of things you miss. A lot of things you missed. And during the December, January time when I was doing the vlogs every day and I was getting to actually cover a lot of things I wanted to cover, you know what, my wife was like, listen, man, you're making videos every day. I'm like, oh boy. I do make videos every day, but those videos required some more, attention and more detail. And I had to edit them. And if I didn't do that, I'd be talking about them in the car on the way to work. And then I had to prepare the videos. I had to look for the stuff. So it was kind of a, it was hard to keep up with every day. Dom, review the Europa League match between AZ Alkmaar and LASK. What happened in that game? Something special happened in that game because I actually chose not to watch any Europa League matches yesterday. That was a choice. I was like, I'm not watching no matches today. I'm taking a break. So, Doc said, I love your channel because you cover things like CONCACAF. It's something most people don't do. And to talk about CONCACAF, I have something on CONCACAF coming. I have something coming on CONCACAF. I got something coming, man. I have something coming. I don't want to give it away right now, but I did the research. I wrote it up for a long time now, and I had to actually just to record the video and get it out there. But I have some CONCACAF things coming. You know what? When I get up in the morning, I think that's what I'm going to do. First thing first, I'm going to get that video out and edited, and I have something else on CONCACAF, another breaking story to talk about on CONCACAF. CONCACAF videos are good. I'm telling you, they always do well, and for some reason, when you like, just some insight on, the back end of things, when you talk about CONCACAF, it's like there's a better CPM rate in terms of how much money you make on the videos. It's like because more people from the USA watch the videos, more people from the USA, Canada, and advertisers tend to pay more for those types of videos. So it tends to do better. But you don't see me making videos about CONCACAF all the time, which, shows that, money is not the motive here. Money is not the motive. I want to be successful. I want the channel to generate some kind of income so I could use the money to buy things like a computer or even maybe like FIFA 2021 when it comes out, because I didn't buy FIFA 20. And maybe to buy things for the channel, man. Jerseys and who knows, maybe do a giveaway of some sort in the future. That's what it's for, but it's not what I do for a living, just so you know. A lot of people have this notion that you on YouTube as making there's some guys, don't get me wrong, there's some guys and a lot of guys who are on here and that's what they're doing. But this is not what I'm doing. This is definitely not what I'm doing. I have a career that I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon. Ain't quitting it. Definitely not. I make good money and I'm not going to quit it. Wait so you don't focus on Europa League this season. No. I don't have any. Like last season, Dinamo Zagreb was in there and I was focusing on the Europa League. So yeah. But I'm not really focusing on the Europa League too much. I might do a video reacting to the scores maybe tomorrow, but that's might be it. That might be it. By the way, Dom, I think I did good on the exam, man. Great job. You just have to prepare yourself, study, and everything will be all right. Pay attention in class. Get the things. Get it in class. So when you do your little reading or whatnot, you understand it. When you get the test, it's easy. It's easy. That was my method when I was in school. Get it in class first, and then I worry about everything after. Young King says Real Madrid can beat any team in the Champions League. Okay. Is that a jab at me because I'm a City fan? Okay, anyways. Yokohama smashed Sydney 4-0 in the Asian Champions League. Yokohama's coach was Sakari's coach previously. Who is that? Is that what's his name? What's Postecoglou or Van Markwijk or something like that? Who's the coach of Yokohama right now? Yes, react to the scores like in the old days with the World Cup qualifiers. Your reactions were brilliant. Yeah, I'll do that. I think I'll do that. But let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this and just finish up this thing. Great job by Atalanta. This tie is over. I'm convinced this tie is over. Valencia, 18 shots at goal, 4 on target. They did hit the post. I could remember they did hit the post. Golini did come up with a few big saves. It could have well been a different game. But Atalanta took their chances and they scored 4. Even Duvan Zapata coming off the bench. Like, imagine Duvan Zapata coming off the bench. Like, this team is... I could see... Look. This team... Oh, man. If this team manages to hold on to these guys... And none of these guys are big names. None of them. Show me a big name in this team. There's no big names in this team. None. None of these guys are big. And I don't care what you guys want to say. None of them are big. Nobody knows these guys. Nobody knows who these guys are. Maybe a Pasalic. He was a Chelsea player before. But he never really played for Chelsea. De Roon plays for the Netherlands. But who knows who he is. Look, I don't know. Like, I can't tell you where half of these guys are from. Seriously. I know their names, but I don't really know them. Seriously. Freuler is Swiss. De Roon is Dutch. Pasalic, Croatian. Gomez, Argentinian. Ilicic, Slovenian. Hatebo, I think he's Dutch too. Golini, he is Italian. Palomino sounds like an Italian name. Caldara sounds like an Italian name. And Toloi, I don't know. Is he like I don't know. Is he a black guy? I don't know. But look, they don't have Malinovsky, Ukrainian, like Duvan Zapata. They have Luis Muriel on the bench. This team is stacked up and they don't have no stars. Imagine if they could have brought back that guy, Dejan Kulusevski, the Swede who was sold to Juventus. Imagine if he could have been brought back in the winter transfer window. He was on loan. What if he came back and helped boost the team? But they're in the last 8. Let's just all agree here. They are in the last 8. It's done. They are in the last 8. If Atalanta manages to turn this tie around, Gasparini, you're the man. Celadis, you're not. You're not. Definitely not. You're out. These guys are out. Gonçalo Guedes, Maxi Gomez, Carlos Soler, Condogbia Parejo, Ferran Torres, Gaia. Of course you're going to concede 4 if you have Mangala in the back. Of course you're going to concede 4. Diakabi, Daniel Vaz, Dominic in goal. Pulled off a few big saves too. Of course you're going to concede 4 if you have Mangala in the back. I would love to see Atalanta versus Leipzig. Oh, okay. You know what? You know what might just happen? We might just beat Real Madrid and draw Atalanta or Leipzig in the next round and beat them and get to the semi-final and go on to win the whole thing. You never know. This could be City's year. Listen, after this whole UEFA ban thing, I won't be surprised if City just go crazy. I won't be surprised. We could well continue to lose games, but I would actually love to see us turn our season around. I would love to see us win every remaining matches for the rest of the season. All 12 remaining Premier League matches, bam, win everything, include the one against Liverpool. I would love to see that. All the Champions League games, bam, win everything. League Cup final, win everything. All the FA Cup matches, win everything. League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, treble. Imagine the scenes if we pull that off. I know we won't win the Premier League. Barring a catastrophic, unforgivable meltdown by Liverpool. It ain't gonna happen. We definitely coming in second this season. But just imagine, you know what John Lennon said? Not legend. John Lennon said, imagine Imagine if that happens. But let me stop saying these things before. I know the Liverpool fans some of them don't have any sense of humor. They're going to come and say that I want them to lose or whatnot. That's not the case. That is definitely not the case. That is definitely not the case. So 1 hour 20 minutes, guys. We are all wrapped up with these Champions League first leg ties, and I'm glad that I did it this way instead of use a video style to do it. I'm glad I did it this way because I get to interact with you guys, read your comments. You guys get to, we just get to chat, go a little off tangent sometimes, off topic. It's good. It's good. It's good. What we're going to do right now, we're going to go into a bit of Q&A, and we are going to actually look at some football news because I can't really cover all the news in videos, so I could use a live stream to talk about some news, right? Right? Pretty much. So I'm going to do that right now. So, okay. Oh my God, you hate Liverpool so much and you are deluded. Yep. Yep, that's what people are going to say. That is exactly what they're going to say, but like, can't we talk about things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to talk about possibilities here. Or even if it's not possible, we could talk about them. We could talk about them. How far do you think Barcelona is going to go in the UCL? Right about, I think Barcelona, but the Barcelona-Napoli clash is a tricky one. I think Barcelona should get past Napoli, but we know what Napoli are capable of doing. And I saw some news that Koulibaly is going to miss the first leg through injury. Yusuf, what do you predict Leicester versus City? We're going to beat Leicester City. We're going to beat Leicester City, no doubt. No doubts. We're going to beat Leicester City. And that's all I have to say about that. We're going to beat Leicester City. Let us talk about this thing right about now, guys. Let's talk about a bit of news right about now. Okay, PSG president got indicted. Yes, we're going to talk about all of that right now. It's in the news right here. We're going to get to it. Look, okay, we're just going to run through some news right now. Boston Messi rests during games. What is this article saying right now? Okay, Boston Messi rests during games, claims Eibar coach ahead of Barcelona clash. Wow, Argentinian star is smart enough to know when to exert himself and can do serious damage as a result. Eibar manager Jose Mendilibar believes Barcelona attacker Lionel Messi doesn't need to miss any games because he simply rests while on the pitch. Before the Catalans' Champions League clash against Napoli on Tuesday, Quique Setien's side faced Eibar in La Liga on Saturday with question marks over whether Messi will be involved from the start. Mendilibar is adamant, however, that the Argentina legend doesn't need to be rested. He's an expert at only exerting himself when he needs to. What do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Why? Oh, I think I saw this already. Oh, because I was gonna ask, why is Yusuf keep asking me, what do I think about Leicester versus City? Leicester could well beat us. I'm not saying they can't beat us, but right now we are gonna beat Leicester. In the mind state we're in right now, Leicester, you're done. If I end up having to eat my words, I will come out and say so. I will come out and say, listen, man, I said that we're going to smash Leicester and they beat us. Giga Karun said, today's a derby. Maribor versus Olympia. Big derby, man. Big game. Are you going to watch that game? Let me know. Are you going to watch that game? That will be fun to watch. What do you think Messi will do at the end of the season? Messi's going to be at Barcelona next season. Simply put, he's going to be at Barcelona. But there ain't nothing too interesting about this whole Messi thing about him resting during games. So let us move on to the next article. Laka back in the old routine for impenetrable Arsenal. Oh, because what? He scored a goal in the win against Olympiacos. He's back. Come on. He didn't even start the last game, right? I think they used Nketiah up top in the last game. Am I right? They beat what? Newcastle 4-0? So it's okay. Joy to watch. Unbelievable. Fernandes. Impressive. Van Persie. To be honest, Bruno Fernandes has been, he has looked good for Man United. To be honest, they got lucky. They got lucky with this guy. I should say they're lucky to have him. He's a quality player. Definitely quality player. Joseph Philly says, who do you think is winning Copa America? Right now, I'll have to go with a Brazil-Argentina final and Brazil winning it right now. That'll be an early prediction. What is your opinion on Getafe? Well, to be honest, I haven't seen Getafe play. I haven't been watching La Liga, but from what they've been doing, impressive. They did well last year, almost made it to the Champions League, and now I think they're currently in a Champions League spot right now. And if they go on to make the Champions League next season, that would be huge. That would be huge for the club. But from what I saw with the whole Ajax thing, I heard that they played a lot of psychological games, a lot of mind games, a lot of diving for no reason, a lot of play acting. And I made a whole video talking about that. Covering the whole Ryan Babel, Alan Neom situation. And that was funny though. What Ryan Babel did right there, that was funny. That was very funny. Rolling on the ground like Neom. That was funny. I haven't seen anything like that. And it took a player a long time to do something like that, because other players should have been doing stuff like that when other players are, play acting. But big round of applause, man, to Ryan Babel. He has a great sense of humor. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes has been a big signing for Man United. Saka compared to Bergkamp after world-class assists. Bukayo Saka, man. This player has to be in the freshman team of the season. And this is something that I came up with. This idea. I hope no one steals it. I have to do a freshman team of the season, because Saka has to be in it. Has to be in it, man. I think he was first introduced by Unai Emery, and then it's been no looking back ever since. He's been pulling off some really good assists. He's been scoring some good goals as well. This man is this kid is a quality player. And I'm hearing rumors that other clubs want him. Even Liverpool is being linked to Saka right now, because he's a left winger, but he could play as a left wing back. But right now, if you are holding down a left back place at Arsenal, right now, renew the contract, and stay at Arsenal. Don't go to Liverpool to play backup to Andy Robertson. Like, come on, don't do that to yourself. Joseph Philly says, random question, but opinion on Frankie de Jong. Well, I haven't, from last season when he was at Ajax, the previous seasons at Ajax, great player, man. Great young player. Really good breakthrough season. He left for Barcelona. And I think he has been solid at Barcelona too. He has been flying under the radar a lot at Barcelona. Like, of course, you expect that to happen with the big stars around him. So I think he's been pretty solid, and for the Dutch national team, like he's been awesome. He has been awesome. So Obi Okeke drops another super chat, $3. Thank you very much, Obi. Really appreciate it. Advenko says nice super chat. I know Advenko always says he's broke and he can't afford super chat. That's fine. If you cannot afford a super chat, that is fine by me. Once you show up, talk, watch the videos, that's good. That is good. I'm satisfied with that. But for sure, if you could afford a super chat, anything to support the channel is appreciated. Anything is definitely appreciated. Brian Hill just said Martinelli has been also impressive. Yes, Martinelli, definitely impressive. He will definitely be in the breakout the freshman team of the season. And I like the idea. And I think I'm going to work on it. Hopefully I could get it out. I have so many ideas, but the thing is getting the ideas out there, you know what I'm saying? It's very competitive on YouTube. YouTube is a very, very competitive space. Very, very, very competitive space. You have to compete. You have to compete with the NBCs, the Fox, ESPN, beIN Sports, Sky Sports, BT Sports. Who else? NBC Sports. Did I say them already? You gotta compete with oh my God, man. Bleacher Network. You gotta compete with all these channels that are showing footage, replays of matches and highlights. And that is what most people want to see. I realize that that's what most people want to see. People are simple. People are very simple. They don't want to hear commentary. They don't want to, they want to go and they want to watch highlights and they want to watch highlights and they want to watch. What are you going to get? What are you getting from highlights? You ain't getting nothing from highlights. And that's what I was telling my wife. YouTube has just gone down. YouTube has just turned into something really. It has basically, I don't know, man. I don't like the way it has transformed, bringing on all the big networks. It's all for money. It is all for money. You can't blame YouTube. It's free. You can go and it's free, but it's YouTube. A person like myself, broadcasting myself to you, talking. That's what YouTube's supposed to be. Right now, it ain't YouTube. They should just change the name. And then, creator like myself, you got to compete against the bigger channels that has teams behind them, teams of paid people behind them. It is super difficult. It is difficult. So that sometimes you guys should ease up, you know what I'm saying, and show more support to creators. When you see one man on YouTube doing their thing, appreciate it, show support, respect it, and try to promote it as much as possible. Share it on your social medias. Help people as much as possible because it's tough out here. It is tough out here, believe me. You think it's like, it is tough out here, man. I don't even need to go deeper in it, but it's tough. It's tough out here. It's really, really tough. So if we go back, okay, let me just look at the chat right now. OBKK, my pleasure. You deserve much more for entertaining us on YouTube. In fact, Liverpool fans should pay more for your support. Oh, wow, another super chat. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But coming back on that, and as you say, Liverpool fans should appreciate people like me as well, because you have someone who's not even a supporter of your club. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I know a lot of you guys like to say I'm a, closet Liverpool fan. I'm not. I love to watch Liverpool play. I'm not going to lie about that. They play good football, attractive football. I also would love to see them lose sometimes so I could come and talk about it. But I realize, and as I said, when Liverpool does not do well, which is very rare these days, you guys don't turn out. The Liverpool fans don't come out. But when they win, the Liverpool fans are all over the videos. They're all over the videos. And tell me if I'm lying. Go back, look at the analytics for the match against Atletico Madrid. Crickets. In terms of a Liverpool video, 3K views, that's poor for a Liverpool video. You win 10,000, 12,000 or more. You see what I mean? Excuses. You can't come up with these excuses for losing, man. But this is Atletico Madrid. I do believe Liverpool could turn things around. I do believe they could turn things around at Anfield. Definitely. But the thing is, the reason why you guys should appreciate, and I think the reason why people watch my stuff on Liverpool is to see what I'm going to say. Like, let me hear what this guy's going to say about Liverpool. Let me hear what he's going to say about Liverpool. I already know that the Liverpool channels are going to talk really good things about Liverpool and just talk about, oh, Liverpool, no, my God, Liverpool are the best team on this. But now they want to hear an opposition fan opinion on the team and hear what the opposition fan is going to say. And if I only slip up and say something, they on my ass with it. You know, and that's what it's been. Every little thing I say, they're going to pick it apart and make whatever of it. And that's what I've noticed. But it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I keep doing it. But at the same time, it's not easy for me too, because then when my team play, I also have to talk. I also have to equally talk about City. And that's what I've been doing. Even if the videos are going to go on deaf ears. Even if my Man City videos are not going to do great or get a lot of views, I still have to talk about it because that's my team. If I don't, then that's kind of questionable, right? That's kind of, oh man, that's kind of like, you know, and I bet people were thinking like, okay, yesterday or the day, when we played against West Ham and we won the match, where's the video? I'm human, I got to rest. I was sleeping and then I got up and I made a video and I dropped it. And then I also made a video reviewing some retro kits, Man City kits that I bought since December, Christmas time. That was like a treat for myself. And I just reviewed the videos. I just reviewed the kits. And it felt good. You know, it's refreshing content. Show me how many guys are on YouTube doing the stuff I do. Not many. So I think that's where I stand out. I'm here to just enjoy myself. I'm here to have fun, and I'm here for a long time. Believe me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be around for a while. I'm innovative. I'm always thinking on my feet. I'm always trying new things. If something's not working, I don't really do it that much. But if it's something that I want to do, I keep doing it. If it's something that I do for me, I'll do it. Like talking about City, I do that for me. I know a lot of people like to come on here and they want to talk about glory hunting and plastic fan. I know that's not me. So they could say what they want to say. I know that ain't me. They could say what they want to say. You know what I mean? So those hate comments and the toxicity would keep coming in. I can't stop that. There ain't nothing I could do to stop that. But you know how you quell it? You just hit them back with some, you know, you just ignore it or hit them back with some kindness or hit them back hard. And that's how you deal with people like that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't get people on the internet. I don't get people on the internet at all. So Brian Henry Joseph said, Liverpool fans have quite the mouth, the majority. Yeah, man. It's look. It's the culture. It's football culture. People are heavily invested in their teams and they're passionate and they're gonna say things. People even saying that, okay, I'm from America and I'm a Man City fan. I'm not even from, and someone even said like I'm from the Caribbean. And look, like, are you stupid? I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent was a country basically owned by England. We only got independence in what, 1970? Was it 1979 or something like that? If I could recall. So I have all right to follow the English Premier League because we were English. So I could follow what I want to follow, but you're saying like, oh, you're from the Caribbean, like these young stupid people. Oh, you're plastic. England basically, if there were, look, let me say it. If there were no colonies, England would have probably been who knows? Who knows what would have happened to England? Who knows? So when people make these statements, I don't mean to get all controversial, but it's facts. It is facts. It is facts. England went all over the world and reaped a lot of countries. That's how they got rich. So people from England don't come and tell me about what I can't do and from what I can't do. You see what I'm saying? So Duckall says, I'm from Mexico and I support Atletico, and we know Spain once had us under their control. You see what I'm saying? Exactly what I'm saying. You have all right. You have all right. Mexicans never used to speak Spanish before. They never spoke Spanish before. They had their local dialect, The Spaniards came over and let us not even get too controversial. Let's not get controversial. Let's not talk about all the people that got murdered by people from Spain, France, England, Portugal, you name it, Italy, you name it. So we have all right to do what we want. We have all right to do what we want and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. You know what I mean? And something else I wanted to talk about, guys, another controversial thing. Colonialism, yes. Another controversial thing I wanted to touch on. Why people are so adamant about the whole Manchester City thing and the situation, and they have so much to say. They have so much to say, and they have so much hate, and they have so much things to talk about when in terms of saying City are cheats and Manchester City and Manchester shitty and all of that. But when it comes to having a voice on the topic of racism in football, nobody has anything to say. Tell me. Explain to me. Explain to me why no one has anything to say when it's something on racism come up. Why nobody has anything to say? For real. Look. Why nobody has anything to say? Why when Musa Marega gets racially abused and he walk off the field, and Balotelli gets racially abused, and Sterling, and I don't see certain YouTubers talking about it. I don't see people on the channel talking about it. But when there's a scandalous situation in terms of City or something to something else, you see big videos, you see this, you see that, you hear people have all sorts of things to say, but nobody has anything to say about racism. You see what I mean? Like, come on. So people are just questionable. People on the internet, I'm not saying you in particular, but the majority of people are just, you know what I'm saying? They're just questionable, you know what I mean? And that's why you just have to do whatever just do your thing. Come on here. If you have to make videos, talk. Whatever people have to say, let them say it. You just keep doing your thing. Have your fun. But, just don't, just be careful. You just gotta be careful. You can't go too crazy with the content. You just have to be careful what you put out there and just continue doing your thing. But I think people are afraid. Avenka says most people on the internet are children. This is a fact. Yes, you're true. You're true. EPL Prime says because they are white. Well, I'm not going to comment too much on that, but people are afraid. I think people are just afraid to have a stance and have a voice. People are just afraid to have a voice and say, listen, this is wrong. It should not be done. And I'm going to fight. I'm going to stand up and fight against it. Seriously. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm only going to talk the realness here. Klopp writes back to Man United fan asking him to lose. Barca and Man United must pay 90 mil for Skriniar. Okay, guys, what do you think about the whole Braithwaite to Barcelona thing? Signed outside the transfer window because of a special rule in La Liga that allows teams a special situation to sign players sign one player outside the transfer window. That was the first time I heard about that. But we won't be getting too much into that right now. But do you guys think that Braithwaite would prosper at Barcelona? This is a desperation signing. Would he prosper? I like this guy. Ever since he was at Toulouse, he was the captain. I thought he was gonna be there for life. Because he had when Martin Braithwaite used to have the big hair, and until his hairline receded and he had to cut it off. But Martin Braithwaite to Barcelona is kind of weird. I hope he does well. Let's see how many chances he gets. It's a bullshit and elitist rule. Yeah, put in place to help teams like Barcelona. What if a team like Leganes wanted a striker now? You think they would have gotten a striker? Think about it. When last you guys saw this rule activated? When last? You know what I mean? Haaland won't follow 100 million Dembele out of Dortmund. I think Dembele left Dortmund way too early. Way too early. And he should have stayed there and developed his game some more. At Rennes, I was so impressed when I saw Dembele at Rennes the first time. And then he went to Dortmund and then he was kicking ass over there. Went to Barcelona, flops. Basically flops. Lukaku emulates Shearer as UEL scoring run continues. So, Lukaku involved in Inter's win, huh? I think Inter played Ludogorets. But I'll be back and I think I'll make a video reacting to the scores in the morning. I don't want to look at the scores right now. Rondon claims he was really close to joining Man United in January. Everybody linked to Man United. Everybody. Imagine Trent Alexander crosses to Haaland. Maybe Liverpool should have went in for Haaland. Who knows? After he scored a few goals against them, maybe they should have went for him. Maybe they should have went for Haaland instead of Minamino. Liverpool, what? 10 million more you would have spent? Maybe 15 more for Haaland? Maybe that was a signing you needed to make because Minamino has been... has Minamino been a flop so far at Liverpool? Maybe. Not enough opportunities, but he hasn't really done anything so far. Seriously. Haaland aiming to surpass his father. He definitely will. Arteta still have a lot to improve on. Arteta has done a great job at Arsenal so far. Let's just say that. He has improved the team already. And he has proven his doubters wrong, including myself. Definitely. He has done a big job. Great job. Rangers 3, Braga 2. I saw that one, but I'll talk about that in the morning. Maybe, if I get to it. I don't know. Tottenham can't cry over injuries. Mora, that's him saying. Because your club, you have players. Babel slam for mimicking opponents in Ajax loss. We're going to take a look at this one, guys. Dom, it takes time for players to adjust to Klopp's system. Well, I do agree that he needs time. But, maybe we thought that he would have kicked on already. Babel slam for mimicking. Let me see what happened here. Let us see here, because I made a video on this. The Dutchman grew frustrated with his opponents going to ground too easily and end up mimicking their opponents to feign injury. Erik ten Hag admits he expected more from Ryan Babel after the winger let his frustration get the better of him in Ajax's 2-0 loss to Getafe on Thursday's Europa League tie. All right, Brian, man. Thank you, man. Peace out. Respect. See you soon. I'm about to end the stream soon as well. I'll make it 2 hours tonight. 11 more minutes. But let me just finish this article here, and then, we talk about something else. Last season's Champions League semi-finalist Ajax named a strong side that included Donny van de Beek, Dusan Tadic, and new Chelsea signing Hakim Ziyech, but registered just 2 shots, neither of those on target. That was kind of poor though. That was kind of poor that they managed to get no shots at goal. The last 32 first leg was briefly halted after Davison appeared to be hit by an object thrown from the away end when celebrated Getafe's deserved opener. I didn't see this one, but I did see someone commented and say that Davison was being really nasty. Really, like, he was just being annoying in his celebration, and he probably got something thrown in his face when he celebrated at the away end. So, maybe it was deserved. But no, all jokes aside, you shouldn't throw stuff on the field at players, but you have to be careful. You can't go celebrating in front of away fans like that. You're going to get what you deserve. And Kennedy's compounded Ajax's misery with a deflected shot at the end of a feisty affair. Baba was one of 3 visiting players booked after catching Alan Niams with a straight arm. So wait, if he got booked for catching him with a straight arm, how did Niam fly off in the air like that? I don't get it. Before comically mocking his opponent's theatrical reaction by rolling on the floor and then mimicking the Getafe players' limp. If you guys haven't seen my video on that, go check it out, where I mimic the roll and I mimic the limp too. When I saw that, I was upstairs on my couch with my wife. The 2 kids was up there, and I saw it, and my mind was immediately blown. It's like I had an epiphany. I'm like, I have to make a video on this right now. And that's what listen, that's the type of channel I have. That's the direction I want to go in. I want to have fun. I want to do me. I don't want to be all serious all the time. I want to have fun. I want to make videos to lighten the load sometimes. You know what I mean? Not go into deep research. Just be spontaneous and have fun. Improv. And that was improv. I ran downstairs. I grabbed my green screen. I put it up in the wall in my spare room. And I set up the camera, put up some lighting. And I did a little thing. It only lasted 40 seconds. And I came in and recorded the video in the next 10 minutes, edited it and put it up. And bam, it did good. It's doing well so far. Dom is a real football lover, supports Man City, but happy to give other teams credit where it's due, gentlemen. Thanks, man. That's what it's all. Look, I'm not saying I'm not going to have my moments where I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to have my moments where, but if you really look at my facial expression sometime, guys, it's all fun. It's all entertainment. It's all entertainment. When I'm at work and I see Liverpool fans, I have serious talks with them and they listen and we talk and we chat about football. I see United fans, West Ham fans, Arsenal fans. We talk football. It's all love. It's all love. You know, it is all love. But in other countries, it's not all love. It's not all love. These guys would hate you with a passion if you're an opposition fan. They would hate you for nothing. It's that it look. But just gotta do what they do, man. Just gotta do what you do. So let me continue reading this. Ten Hag questioned Babel's action, and the Netherlands international himself acknowledged he should have kept his cool. It wasn't smart. I don't expect that from an experienced player, Ten Hag said in his post-match conference. You need to stay calm and use your head. You have to focus on your job playing football. Babel, speaking to Fox Sports, said, I don't know if I would do it again. I found that the referee was fooled by the opponent at crucial moments. I was done with that. Look, man, I agree. I definitely agree. I agree with Babel. You did what you had to do, and it was funny. It was funny, and I appreciated that moment. More footballers need to do it too. You rolling around was funny. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You like Croatian team. Do you think that they can win Euro 2020? Any team can win Euro 2020, to be honest, including the Croatian team, which could be a very, very dangerous tournament side. And the way, like, Pasalic is in good form, he might not even get into this Croatian team. We have Chukale playing well. What's his name? Kovacic at Chelsea. You have Brozovic playing well at Inter. Modric as usual. Rakitic not at his best, but still, he's going to be good for Croatia. That is five. That is five solid midfielders right there, and all of them can't get into the team. You have Vlasic. You have Rebic playing well. You have Kramaric. Is Kramaric back from injury yet? You have Vasilico fit again. Croatia's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Definitely. You have Brekalo. Maybe Piazza might come into frame. I don't know if he's going to be fit. You have guys like Bruno Petka. That's a team. Mislav Orsic. This team is going to be one to watch at the Euros. And I'll definitely be behind Croatia at the Euros for sure. For sure. I think Croatia's, you know what? Croatia might just be the team I follow at the Euros, you know. That might just be the team I follow at the Euros. My Croatian following has kind of, disappeared a bit. But I think they'll come back if I follow them at Euro 2020. I think they'll come back. And people, are people going to say I'm glory hunting? I don't know, because I've been tracking this team for quite a while. So, people are going to say what they want. You're more active on Twitter or Instagram, so I could offer insight if you miss any. Twitter and Instagram. I'm not like active, but I do get Instagram messages and I get Twitter updates. I've been more active on Twitter these days. My Twitter is Dominic Rich FC. Guys, follow me on Twitter. Give me updates. If something happened and you could bring it to my attention, it could make a big difference. It could make a huge difference to the channel, because I could make a video on something and bam, it gets 100k views. That's big. That's big for the channel. That's big for a small channel like myself. You know what I'm saying? It's very in this competitive YouTube space out here. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, Dominic Rich FC. You could follow me on Instagram, Dominic Rich FC too. Yes, you are right. There are lots of players around the world who may never play in Euro, that it only shows their football power. Yeah, Croatia is in a good space right now, but I think they need to. A big striker like Bruno Petkovic is good and all, but they need another man up top like Mario Mandzukic. Mandzukic is a big miss. Come here to Croatia. I wish, man, one of these days, if all goes well, I'll be in Croatia. But you see, and that's the thing, guys. That's the thing why, if things work out with YouTube, if things continue to, work out, make money from the channel, I could use that money, travel to England, travel to different countries to watch football and share the experience with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this could be me talking things into existence as well. CONCACAF Champions League. If you want, I could help you get more info into the Mexico MLS side. CONCACAF Champions League. Well, just keep me informed, man. Just keep me informed and I see what I could do. If there's something interesting comes out, because I need to start talking about CONCACAF way more. But the stream is almost 2 hours. It's 1:35 my time, and I think that should be it. That should be a wrap. That should be a wrap for the first leg of the Champions League review, the first set of matches. I'll be back. I will be back to talk about the next 4 ties. City versus Real Madrid, Napoli versus Barcelona, Chelsea versus Bayern Munich, and Juventus versus Olympique Lyon. I'll be back to talk about those. I appreciate all of you guys who came in the live stream. It's late. I didn't expect a lot of people to join up, but I really appreciate everyone who joined the live stream. Thank you very much to Obi Okeke, who contributed, who donated $10 super chat in total tonight. I really, really appreciate that. It helps. It goes a long way. Avelino Santos is up in here, bro. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in quite a while. Thank you to everyone who joined the live stream. Appreciate it. If you're a new subscriber, stick around. Stick around. Stick around. Stick around. You won't regret it. If you have any concerns, you could hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Instagram. And we'll talk there. I'm not saying to hit me up every day and annoy the hell out of me. I'm just saying if there's any problem in the future, you could always hit me up, like customer service. Say, hey, Dom, such and such, and we could talk about it. You know what I mean? We could talk about it. That's the better way to go about things instead of leaving some dumb comment and pissing me off and me misinterpreting what you say. So, yeah. So, Miles Rod, Blood Red said, appreciate the stream. Have a good night. See ya. Thank you very much to everyone who joined the stream. It's now time to go. I'm going to work. Take care, man. Yeah. All right, Avelino. Enjoy the day on the job. Guys, I will be back with another live stream pretty soon. We're going to be doing a lot of these live streams in 2020. And we're going to get to cover a lot of things. I want to actually just come on and just cover news. Talk about news. Just run through goal.com and talk about all these stories. All these stories. We could just chat and talk about these things. And go off topic, talk about life, talk about anything. If you guys have anything you want to ask me, we talk about it. You know what I mean? Like human beings. Like we should. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, until my next video, thanks for watching. And until next time, peace out. Rich, score has it.